It's exactly a week, in fact, since those violent protests erupted in Eldorado Park, that's in the south of Johannesburg. Residents were deeply upset after the death of 16-year-old Nathaniel Julies, who was killed allegedly by police. This morning, a third suspect, as I mentioned, will appear at Soweto's Protea Magistrate Court for that shooting. We've got two reporters on the story for us today. Bonga Dlulane is in Eldorado Park, but first let's start with Malungelo Booi, who's just outside the Protea Magistrate Court. So Malu, it is this particular suspect's first appearance, therefore it suggests it's likely to be a brief one.
That's right. Perhaps let's go back to early this week when those two suspects appeared here in the Protea Magistrate's Court. Simon Scorpion Galvane and Kaylin Whiteboy have been charged with at least 4 charges. They include premeditated murder, defeating the ends of justice, possession of prohibited ammunition, as well as discharging of a firearm in a public place. When they appeared on Monday, they were told about the seriousness of those charges. In fact, the magistrate went as far as to tell them that if they are convicted on the charge of murder, they're likely to spend a life behind bars. It was only Whiteboy, a 26-year-old police officer from Eldorado Park, who addressed the court on Monday saying that she would need legal aid assistance because she does not have a lawyer. But the second suspect, Galvane, had already had a lawyer, and then the matter was postponed to the 10th of September. And of course, as you rightfully said, today we'll see the third suspect making his first court appearance. We don't know much about him, We know that he was only arrested on Monday, and he's also a police detective at Eldorado Park. And of course, he'll be making his first court appearance, and as you rightfully said, it's likely to be a brief court appearance, and he too is likely to be charged on similar charges.
All right, let's take you back to the community where it all began. That's where we'll find Bonga Dlulane, who's standing by. Bonga, the real fear, of course, is that as time lapses, the novelty of these type of cases wears off. Give us an idea of the mood there at Eldorado Park this morning.
Yes, well, you can expect it now. It's relatively quiet because it's still the early hours of the morning. But when I was here yesterday, I did gauge some community members who said they're going to show up for Nathaniel Julies at court today because it's the only way they can show that his alleged killers get justice. Behind me, you can see that there's a white tent which is expected to be laid to rest. A service is happening on Saturday. So this community is saying that they have dual responsibility to ensure that they bury him with dignity, but at the same time, they go out today in their numbers, inside the court or inside, and say that we want to understand why he had to die, why the young life had to be snuffed out. And they're saying that they'll be there, whether inside or out, and we're expecting that as the hours go by, as we grow closer to the time when the appearance is to be made, this street will be filled up, and then they'll make their way to Protea Magistrate's Court.
All right, Bonga Dlulane, live to us there from Eldorado Park. Thanks very much for getting us into the picture. Early morning update for you. That's Bonga Dlulane in Eldorado Park, and Malungelo Booi live to us there from the Protea Magistrate's Court. Certainly a story that we'll be bringing to you as it happens here on Newzroom Afrika, channel 405.